The tears of the land. There was once a peaceful country, blessed with abundant resources. Foreigners came to trade, businesses flourished, and citizens rarely dreamed of leaving their homeland except for vacations. Among them was Abby, an ambitious and kind young woman who lived with her hardworking parents and younger sister Amara. Everything changed after a new government came to power, promising prosperity and security. At first, the people celebrated, then the attacks came. Farms were destroyed, villagers disappeared overnight, armed men invaded communities, adopted children, burned homes, and killed those who resisted. The government assured everyone that everything was under control, but it was a lie. The leaders quietly sent their families abroad while ordinary citizens suffered. One terrible night, the violence reached Abby's village. By sunrise, her father, mother, and sister were gone. Abby was taken into captive. Months passed. Inside captivity, Abby discovered a shocking secret. The terrorists were not acting alone. Powerful politicians were secretly funding the violence for money and political control. Using their intelligence and knowledge of languages, Abby gained the trust of her captors while secretly gathering information. Eventually, she exposed both the terrorists and the corrupt leaders behind them. The nation celebrated her as a hero, but her greatest shock was still waiting. Returning to her destroyed home, she met a man everyone believed had died years earlier, the former president of the country. He led her beneath an abandoned well to a hidden underground chamber filled with gold, documents, and evidence of corruption stretching back decades. Before Abby could understand what she was seeing, the journalist who had helped expose the terrorists appeared holding a gun. I wasn't fighting corruption, he said. I was removing competition. Then came the final revelation. The former president smiled and said, "This was never about money. It was an experiment." The chamber was lit up with thousands of hidden cameras and records. For decades, leaders, journalists, businessmen, and ordinary citizens had all been tested with opportunities of greed and corruption. Most had failed. The nation had not been destroyed by a few evil leaders. It had been destroyed by millions of small, dishonest choices. The old man looked at Abby and asked, "So tell me, if power were placed in your hand, would you be different?" This leads me to asking my viewers, so tell me, as an individual viewer, if power was placed in your hands, would you be different? But let's go on. Abby looked at the mountains of gold. Then she pressed a single button. The entire chamber began collapsing. The treasures, the secrets, the corruption, everything disappeared beneath the earth forever. Years later, people still argued whether she made the right choice. But one thing was certain: the tears of the land stopped falling the day its people finally understood this truth. A nation is not destroyed by the wicked alone, but by the silence and compromise of ordinary people. Yes. If you enjoyed this story, please like, share, and subscribe for more unforgettable African stories with unexpected endings. Thank you.